another day, and of course, you're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz right here on JoyNews on Multi TV. My name is Doreen Avio, and today there's so much to talk about. In fact, there is a testimony to talk about. Yes, sometimes we listen to music, but sometimes it works us out as well. I have updates on rapper Sarkodie. I'm sure you remember he's an ambassador for Year of Return. I also have something on Stone Boy, Kanye West, and so much more to talk about here on the show. Don't go away. If you just tune in, this is Let's Talk Showbiz, and we are starting with our own rapper Sarkodie, and it's all about the fact that he was made the ambassador of Year of Return. Now, if you recall, somewhere in October, Sarkodie actually won a BET at the Hip Hop Awards. That's the BET Hip Hop Awards, and he made a speech which we were all excited about. And now the reality is on the ground. Sarkodie needs to make things happen, and being an ambassador, he has been explaining to my colleague Ibrahim Ben Bako on his role as the ambassador.
Obviously, you know, based on what I did, that should tell you that there should be more of that. You know, not just speaking, but doing a lot to bring attention back home, you know, to Ghana through music, whether being having platforms like this or anywhere I go. I need to rep my country to be able to make sure that people know that there is Ghana and a beautiful place that they can come, you know. So I think basically that's what is expected and more. Yeah. How ready are we for Rapperholic? We are so ready. We are so hyped up. The year's looking good. I'm always excited when we have enough music, and we do have enough music. So yeah, we're good to go. Okay. Bless you.
Right, so that was Sarkodie, and I guess it's actually our job, but Sarkodie is the one going to lead all of us. But I bet you this Christmas is going to be lit with that message he put out on the BET Hip Hop Awards. Now, moving on, Stone Boy has been saying a lot of things. Yesterday, I heard a video of him at the Foresight Music Video Awards where he said that in 40 years to come, listen, there's so much for the music industry. He talked about the fact that himself, some top musicians like the likes of Sarkodie, Samini, Shatawale were actually assets to Ghana, which is cool. But he's been talking about himself. He wants to be a legacy to many youth out there. So let's hear Stone Boy speaking to Ibrahim Ben Bako on his future in terms of music.
Known for, I was first of all be known as a musician, I want to be known for like a pillar of the youth, you know, once upon a time, via the music message, you know, via music. I use that as a platform to veer into all these areas to represent for the youth, literally, and represent for myself, literally, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of work to be done, and I think we have left it to several others who are not in a creative space. You know what I mean? And I think it's up to the time that we in the creative space, with the heights that we've attained by the help of God, our hard work, and the people's support, you know, now have to try, it's not easy, to move into spaces that would actually help shaping some movements from governance to every part of it. Yeah.
Wow, that's very beautiful. Well, tonight,
use the music as a tool to do that. So these are the things that I'm thinking about now, from business entities to whatever. And these are the things that the people, you know, these are the things that hold the people down.
Vibration, it can't compare. Every African put on no hand in the ear. Do the Wakanda dance like you just don't care. Represent for the motherland without a little fear. Arrows and spear.
Right, so that was Stone Boy right there, and we know that definitely you are a legacy to many. One day or in years to come, we'll continue to talk about you, Stone Boy, for your good work. Not just you, but quite a number of musicians who are making impacts in the lives of the youth out there. Now, moving on, let's go straight to some gospel music, and Akesi Brimpong is in the news. You know, sometimes you listen to music, maybe, should I say gospel music, and you could tell that this song is actually talking about you, is talking to you, and that's what Akesi Brimpong's song is doing to many out there. He's been talking about a song he released, which many have been sharing testimonies to. He spoke to Seth Kwame Boateng.
one of those days when, you know, I was worshiping in my closet, the song, the words to the song, God is working, He's up to something. I may not see it, still I'm trusting, kept bubbling in my spirit. And so I don't actually say that I wrote that song because of the circumstance around, you know, the song, how I got it. It was like downloading something from heaven. So the words to it, and at a point, as I was writing that song, sitting in my living room trying to make head and tail of the song, I felt God asking me, okay, you said you want a son, right? I said, yes, sir. If I gave you that son and you were singing him a lullaby, what would you sing? So that's, I just started some gibberish. Boo boo ba boo boo baby, boo boo ba boo boo baby. God said to me that part, this thing that you have sung, I want you to keep it in the song. Because when you sing it, it would be like me singing a lullaby to a troubled believer. So, and that has been one of my biggest songs. Won many awards, taking me to big platforms. A lot of testimonies. If I show you my phone now, I'll show you some screenshots of people that have sent me messages on Instagram about the testimonies that have, you know, this song has brought to them. A lot of people, issues of childbirth, and I believe that there's a unique anointing on that song for childbirth because of the circumstance to which God gave the song to me.
And now to Odahoma, so Ekuma or Akuma Mama Zimbi. We all know her for something, and anytime we see her, we go like Jiwu too. We all get excited about it, and well, she's been talking more about her show, you know, because we all see what she do. Most of us appreciate her, but she said people do criticize her for the work she does, and she spoke on Hits 103.9 FM.
Well, somewhat vulgar expressions on radio.
Listen, it is not. I'm saying we are hypocrites. If I sit on radio and I tell you, if you are not married, don't allow anybody to sleep with you.
And you say it in tree.
Abrantier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait, don't wait. I can see Kata uhusie.
Okay.
Empema grow. Ma awafo.
Right.
Bay ma be foul or foul qua. She obey abortion. Abortion no is killing.
Right.
What you say? Now me befa winyina na ho na wa wo. Obenya be me pa be wa wo no na woni womb.
Right.
Na womb aye weak. Enti ode ono moda na nyinsa ne ba na be senko. Na wona na bi e na wode to ne so.
And that's Akuma Mama Zimbi. If you missed out on that interview, you can actually go on the Hits FM Facebook page and get to see more on what she's been talking about herself, her scarf, and how she got the name Akuma Mama Zimbi. And now to some international stories. Kanye West is in the news. We know Kanye West is born again, but maybe you and I never thought he would actually go to a church. But over the weekend, he was at Joel Austin's church, and he's been sharing testimonies upon testimonies.
In my lowest points, you know, God was there with me and sending me visions and inspiring me. And I remember sitting in the hospital at UCLA after having a mental breakdown, and there's documentations of me drawing a church and saying, start a church in the middle of Calabasas. You know, Satan is as powerful as God. And that is the mentality that people have a lot of times when they're in service to fame, money, manpower. you start to feel like Satan is the most powerful. And you start to feel like if you service God, that in life, it means you will not prosper. And the only way to prosper is in service to fame. And it's like the devil stole all the good producers. The devil stole all the good musicians, all the good artists, all the good designers, all the good business people, and said, you gotta come over and work for me. And now the trend, the shift is going to change. Jesus has won the victory. Because now I told you about my arrogance and cockiness already. Now, the greatest artist that God has ever created is now working for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kanye West right there. Kanye West is indeed born again, and it's not just him, his family is also. Now they all cover up when they dress up. On that note, that'll be it for Let's Talk Showbiz today's edition. I'm Doreen Avio. Remember to log on to majoronline.com, the entertainment page, for more of our stories. On Twitter is Doreen Avio, and on Instagram is Doreen_Avio. Do have a wonderful evening.